Hi everyone, it's Donna from Little Spaceman Papercrafts. Today I've got a tutorial for you which I'm going to show you how to stamp and put your stamped image onto a candle. These are a couple that I've done already, and it also is a really good use of your washi tapes as well. So there's those. Okay, and now I'll show you how we did it. These candles, by the way, they're only small. They are, let me measure them. It probably says so on the box actually what they are. They're 2.5 inches by about 2 inches in width. So they're quite cute little candles, and I got these from IKEA, and I actually think they were only $1.20 for a pack of 4. They were pretty inexpensive anyway, so you can make some really cute gifts for not a lot of cost, which is what I like. So we'll get started then. So we've got our candle. I have some tissue paper, okay, and this is what we're going to stamp onto. So then what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our image. Now this is the stamp I'm going to use, and I'm going to use some pink, and this is actually a Stampin' Up ink. This is Melon Mambo from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to do a nice pink image. Let's get that inked up quite well. Okay. Just hold the stamp there for a second or two to make sure it prints nicely onto the tissue paper. You need to have something underneath really, because as you can see it just goes straight through. Okay, then what you need to do is cut this out. Now you need to cut it out as close to the design as possible really, without sort of cutting into it. I mean, it doesn't have to be, when you're doing this on white tissue paper on white candles, it's less noticeable. If I show you, just 1 second, one of the Christmas ones I did. Now I did this one, excuse my squeaky chair, I did this one onto a red candle, and you can see the outline of the tissue paper. From a distance it looks fine, but if you're looking at it close up you can sort of see the lines from the tissue paper. So what you need to do is cut out as close to the design as possible, but white candles, it doesn't really matter so much really, so I'll just cut off some of the excess. I should have probably used smaller scissors really, but never mind. Just cut off some of this excess tissue paper, and it is really flimsy, so you have to be really careful. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now the next thing you're going to need is wax paper. I got this online. I think I got it from Amazon. I can't quite remember where I got it from, but I think it was about £7. But it's really good if you plan on making quite a few of these, which I do. I do make quite a lot for gifts and things. But this is 75 square feet of wax paper. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to tear some wax paper off, put it back to one side. Now if you take your candle, now remember, if you've got an image that's got lettering on it, make sure you have it the right way. It doesn't need to be this way, because that's exactly how it's going to appear on the candle. So I actually wasn't quite with it today, and I made a mistake. If I bring that one in, that's the front, but that's not what I originally did. That was what I did. So I wasn't actually quite thinking this morning when I did that. So yeah, just really be aware of where you're placing it. So if you just pop your tissue paper wherever you'd like it, I'm thinking about there. And then what you need to do is take your wax paper and wrap it round the entire candle, keeping your design in place and pulling it quite tight on the back so there are no creases where you want to use your heat tool. Okay? Because what happens is the wax that's on the paper will heat it through and it will melt on top of the tissue paper and mould that into the candle. Okay? So I'm just going to pop the heat tool on to heat up for a second. So sorry about the noise, but once the heat tool is hot, it takes very, very little time to put your image onto the candle. So you'll be able to see the wax melting over the tissue paper. And then once it's done, it didn't take any time at all really. So you just carefully peel off your wax paper and get rid of that. You can't reuse your wax paper, unfortunately, because obviously you've already melted in the wax. So that's actually, it's melted on and it's covered quite well. And you can't really see the lines. In fact, I can't see any of the lines at all. It's moulded lovely onto the candle. Now, this is a good time for you to start using some of your washi tapes. I think I might use this one because it's actually quite bright and quite nice to decorate. You could use ribbon to pop on it, because bearing in mind now, these candles are only really for ornamental use. You can't light them, because what will happen is, as it burns down, the tissue paper is still in there, so there is a danger that it will catch alight. So just remember, if you are giving these as gifts, just to make sure you tell the recipient that that's what could happen. What I tend to do is, when I wrap it up, I type out onto the computer safety instructions, asking them not to light it, and then I punch it out using a punch and stick it to the bottom. So that's always handy. You could do that as well. Okay, so take some washi tape. I quite like this with the pink in it. I think it's a bit thick, that one, so maybe okay. So basically all you need to do is stick your washi tape to the areas that you want to decorate. Once you've done that, just trim it or tear it. Okay, and then you can add some little embellishments if you like. You can pop flowers on there. Let me just see what I've got in my little tub here. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'm just going to get a glue dot. If you're putting things on like flowers or you know, like the paper flowers you can get, you can use pins. If you pop a pin through, you can actually put the pin into the wax candle and it will stay on that way. I've done a few like that. So there we go. And it's a very, very inexpensive little gift. There are other ways you could do this. I have done other candles where I've printed images off the computer. You can do that with using photos and things, but I'll do that in another tutorial because yeah, it's a completely different way to get your image onto your tissue paper. So I'll do that in another tutorial if there's enough interest, obviously. So I'll bring these all in, and I won't put that one up that way, I'll put it on that way. So there we go, really cute, inexpensive little gifts. You can also get some, you you know, the clear plastic wrap that you get from florists and things, or little bags, and you can tie them up, put some lovely ribbon on them, and they make lovely gifts. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and all the likes and all the comments. So thank you so much. And if you want to find me on Facebook, you can. I'll leave the link down in the bottom info bar. So thanks again for watching, and enjoy your day. Hope you give these a go. If you do, let me know. I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks again. Bye.